is the right time to deload, and how do you do it? When is the right time to deload and how do you do it? It's a little different in bodybuilding. Okay, so first of all, I'm no expert in strength or powerlifting. And most of the really good work that I've seen on this subject was in strength athletes. You know, they had blocks where they would gradually increase their intensity, and then maybe it's 4 weeks, maybe it's 6 weeks, maybe it's 8 weeks. And then there would be a period where they pull back on the weights and the intensity. Very, very good stuff. Bodybuilding is a little bit different though. Bodybuilding is very different, and I'm going to share my opinion with you on deloading. So first of all, when do you deload? I am of the belief that this should be very instinctual, and you should be looking for cues on when your body's kind of had enough. If I have a client and he is just nailing everything, he's getting stronger, he's getting bigger, or she's doing more reps, or she's feeling awesome, I don't care if it's been 4 weeks on the training program or 8 weeks or 12 weeks, I'm going to tell him or her to keep going. I mean, when you're in a groove in bodybuilding, you keep going, you don't slow down. Now, there will come a point, because you can't train really hard forever, you just can't. There will come a point when the weights will start feeling heavier, the pump will start going away, you'll start feeling a little tired, a little more lethargic, you won't be sleeping as well, you won't be as excited to go to the gym. And this won't be a daily thing. It won't be just for one day. It'll be a couple days, and you notice it for a week, and something just seems off. You're eating good. It's not your diet. That's your body telling you, hey, maybe I need to back off a little bit. So I try to listen to my body for those cues. Weakness, you're losing strength, you're losing explosiveness. That's your body kind of saying, hey man, time out, take a step back. Because remember, in bodybuilding, it's always you take a step back, you take two forward. You take a step back, you take two forward. Okay, so now we know how to deload. So how do you deload? There's many different ways. You could just take off, and the only time I recommend to take off is maybe a week or two a year, where you just go on a vacation with your family, your kids, just go enjoy yourself. That's not even so much a physical break as it is a mental break, because then you'll be fired up and you're ready to come back in the gym. The way I deload personally is I usually reduce my sets about 20%. So let's say you're doing 20 sets for your back. You're going to remove 20% of those sets, so that'd be 4 sets. You take it down to 16 sets. That's number one. Number two, I don't take anything to failure. Okay, your nervous system's probably a little fried. That's why you need a deload. So instead of going all out and going to failure, we pull back so your nervous system doesn't take that beating. So we reduce our sets and our volume, and we reduce our intensity by not taking any sets to failure. That's the two key things I do. Now here's what will happen. In a week you'll start to feel great, or in 2 weeks you'll start to feel great. But in that 1 to 2 week time period, you'll notice everything's coming back. You'll feel your energy coming back. You'll feel your strength coming back. And when you feel that, guess what? You're ready to crank again. So if I had to just generalize, I would say most of the deloads are probably around 2 weeks that I use with people. Usually at the end of 2 weeks, they feel great. It's almost like they took time off. They feel great, but they were active, so they kept training a little bit. But that's my theory on deloading. And so if you have any comments, please comment below and let me know what you think.